is 9:40 a.m. Monday, August 30, 2021. The news headline: Tension lingers over grazing routes. The news info: For the past few years, tension have been high over the activities of the Fulani herders who have been terrorizing indigenes on their farmlands and forcefully occupying their villages as well. The incidents continued unabated and have led to the deaths of Nigerians of persons in the hands of these headmen who operated with impunity. With the operations and the utterances of those in authorities, which often followed the herders' brutal actions against their victims, and the arrogance with which the organization in charge of the herdsmen, especially Miyetti Allah Kun, behaves, it was believed that the government at the center may have been behind their actions. Since the activities of these herdsmen were rampant in the southern part of Nigeria and Middle Belt, the governments in those zones were forced to come together and enacted the anti-open grazing laws. Although the Benue and Plateau states began the operation of the anti-open grazing law when killings of farmers in the area were rampant, the southern governors, who saw the dangerous trend with which the activities of the Fulani herders was going, with the killings, raping and kidnapping being perpetrated in their areas as well, came together and took a firm decision at their first meeting in Asaba. The Delta State capital tagged the Asaba Southern Governor's Declaration to put an end to the menace and brutality by the herdsmen in their respective areas. Despite this, the President Muhammadu Buhari-led government still believed that open grazing was the antidote to end the farmers-herders clashes and forceful occupations of people's farmland and homes. Despite the resolve of the southern state governors, who have set September 21st deadline for the implementation of the anti-open grazing laws in their respective states, President Buhari, to the chagrin of Nigerians after coming back from the United Kingdom for his medical treatment, gave a shocking order for the review of the old, outdated 368 grazing routes across the 25 states. This baffled the people and made Nigerians to react negatively, as this further created severe tension, suggesting that the president was drumming for war since that law has been outdated and not visible and not in tune with the modern day Nigeria, where development has taken over the country. According to Chief Ayo Adebanjo, the leader of Afenifere, who has made Nigeria what it is today and why the agitations and crises are rampant, is the fact that people in authorities are complacent about what they are supposed to do. The activities of the Fulani herdsmen, who have almost destroyed Nigeria's economy, leaving thousands homeless, killed, maimed, and still counting, while the federal government is not living up to its responsibility, is a clear example that the government is biased and one-sided. But the decision of the southern governors on open grazing gave hope to the people, and just as they were done and ready to implement their laws and declare war on the herdsmen, not minding the review by the presidency of grazing routes, there was a U-turn by President Muhammadu Buhari, who had been adamant on the matter. President Muhammadu Buhari surprised Nigerians with his shocking statement days ago when he bowed to the pressure on anti-open grazing and by ordering that approval be given to ranching instead of movement of the herdsmen from place to place, which has been causing havoc over the years. It was, however, like a nightmare to Nigerians when they woke up to hear President Muhammadu Buhari's media man, Garba Shehu, in a volte-face statement that his boss has released 24 billion for some states to proceed for ranching in their respective states. According to him, so far about 24 billion has been disbursed to about 4 states for ranching activities. Yobe has been given, Ebonyi has been given, and the Federal Capital States has been given. 8 more states are now being processed for this payment, Garba declared. Garba further declared that the president has the interest of Nigeria at heart to live in love with one another, a statement which also came as a surprise to many Nigerians. And since the news broke, people have reacted differently, wondering why this solution came now after herdsmen have destroyed, killed, raped Nigerians to coma before the president should act. While some say that it is still good for Nigeria since the solutions have been found to stop the mindless attacks, killings on the unsuspecting Nigerians by the herdsmen. The time is 9:45 a.m. The analysis. The tension lingers over grazing routes. For over a few years now, there has been war between the Fulani herdsmen and the citizens of Nigeria, whereby the Fulani herdsmen has been terrorizing indigenes on their farmlands, forcefully occupying their villages as well, whereby the incident has led to the death of so many people. And people have preferred solution to be the ranching method, whereby the cows and the cattle are kept in a particular place and are being raised up to a particular point in time whereby they can be sold and the like, instead of the open grazing whereby they can just move around the streets and the roads and even go on people's farmland, which is actually causing a crisis in the country. And at a particular point in time, there was a law in the country as at then, which is now archaic, because as at then the country was not as developed as this. So after the southern state governors had a meeting that they set an implementation that there should be an anti-open grazing law in their respective states. It came to a surprise that when President Muhammadu Buhari came back from United Kingdom for a treatment, he gave a shocking order that they should actually go that there should be a review of an old and outdated 368 grazing routes across the 25 states. And this brought about negative reactions from Nigeria. Even the YEC, the Yoruba Council elders, through their one of their elders, where he said that the Southwest would not allow such because the land belongs to them and there is no grazing routes for the Fulani herdsmen to ply. Same as other governors who also said that they would not allow this. And shortly after this time, the media man for the president, in person of Garba Shehu, actually said in a statement that his boss, President Muhammadu Buhari, has actually released 24 billion naira for some states to proceed for the ranching in their respective states. And he said that so far so good. Yobe State has been given, Ebonyi State has been given, and the Federal Capital State have been given. And about 8 states are being processed for this same opportunity. And then the people of the country were now amazed that why haven't they done this? And they are doing it as at the time after the herdsmen have destroyed, killed, and raped Nigerians to a coma. Why some people are saying that it is still good that they have done that, because at least there will be solutions to these mindless attacks and killing on unsuspecting Nigerians by the herdsmen. The time is 9:48 a.m. Good morning.